Oh my god. Are we live, everybody? Are you ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain. I can't hear you. Aye, aye, Captain. Oh! Hold on. Oh, I keep forgetting to get the text. Hello, everybody. Hello. How are we doing? Oh. Oops. I got the wrong one. Hold on. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, this is... Oh, I picked the wrong stream. Uh-oh. Yikes. Okay, damn it. I guess I have to do this one now. Ah, man. I literally forgot which one it was supposed to be. Damn it. Damn it! So I guess this, like... Oh my god, what did I do? Why do I always keep screwing everything up? Why can't things ever go right? But okay, I guess I'm doing this one first. And then later, we'll do the members only stream. Ah, why? But yeah, everybody. I guess we're gonna be doing. Hold on, let me type something in chat so I can. All right. Yep. Hello. I was not. Oh yeah. Okay. So I messed up. This was actually supposed to be the members stream at first, like, because I was supposed to do the members stream and then I do the main stream. But now it's I got mixed up. Yeah. No, ZJ13 Goat. I was supposed to do the members only stream first, but I got confused. Oh my god. So yeah, I guess the member stream will have to happen. It will have to happen after this one. So yeah. Anyways, I guess we might as well, you know, I guess we might as well just, you know, lean into it for now and stuff. Yeah. Will the member stream be tomorrow or later today? No, it's gonna be later today. That's where it'll be. But yeah, guys, I guess, yeah, welcome to the stream. Welcome to... Rewatch Sinners on the 4th. Truly great. Oh, yeah, Sinners is great. But yeah, guys, anyway, speaking of Sinners, speaking of movies... We might as well get into the news subjects today. Alright, starting with, and like I said, the way this is going to work is that we're going to talk about these news subjects, and then later on, you know, while we're talking about all this, I'll probably chime in, like, I'll ask you guys to chime in and give me your thoughts on them. Make it more of a discussion based thing. So yeah, and like I said, or at least, well, I guess I didn't say today, but just, if you want to support me directly and help us make rent, because we really need to support me at ko-fi.com/ChristianHannah. You can find it pinned at the top of the chat. Send anything helps. it helps us go a long way. But yeah, guys. Anyways, let's get to the news. So, Jurassic World Rebirth has broken a couple of records. A few records. It debuted with $318 million worldwide, making it the biggest opening of 2025 so far. And not only that, but domestically, it made $147 million over the 5-day weekend, with $91.5 million over the 3-day weekend of the domestic box office. Now, granted, this is I think this is like one of the lower. Is this not on the lower end of the Jurassic World films opening weekend box offices? Because it's like, but still, it's already made a lot of money. I mean, hell, if the budget was like somewhere like if the budget was like somewhere like 180 something million dollars, then that means it's probably gonna make back its budget very soon, considering it has a lower budget compared to the other Jurassic World films. But yeah, and I'm trying to. Oh wait, nope. But if I'm not mistaken, Jurassic World Rebirth now has like the biggest opening weekend out of any 4th of July weekend film ever, which is kind of nuts. I might see it on Tuesday. All right. The domestic outcome was right where I was expecting it to hit. I think the second weekend drop will be significant due to it having the second lowest cinema score in the franchise and Superman releasing. Yeah, that's true. I've heard more reactions for Hurry Up Tomorrow than this movie. I don't know. I've heard I think there've been plenty of reactions to Jurassic World Rebirth. Positive reactions, I don't know, but yeah, but people just keep watching dinosaur movies. But again, this one's probably not going to make $1 billion. I don't think it's going to make that much, because even Dominion crawled its way to $1 billion. It did not have an easy time getting to $1 billion. That movie crawled. But however, it does seem like, that's pretty much where things will be, I guess, probably. I don't know. It's just very strange. The non-online folks love the dinosaurs, true. How's your day going, Christian? I'm on my second cup of coffee. It's been going. We're still trying to raise money for rent. We have crossed the halfway mark overall. But we still need quite a few more to go. Again, consider going to ko-fi.com/Christian Hannah, or go to the pinned chat in the scrolling chat thing. The link is pinned. If anybody's able to give anything, that would be really that'd be really appreciated. This movie is terrible, by the way. It could have been so much better. I can't imagine it being terrible because I don't know. I just can't imagine it being worse than Fallen Kingdom and Dominion. There's no way it's worse than those movies. Hell, I'm willing to even bet I'd probably like it even more than Jurassic World. Because, this does seem a lot more grounded in reality and stuff. But, again, it is a shame that they just can't make these movies work. Haven't seen it, but it's a tad depressing how Gareth Edwards' career is being wasted. I mean, It's sad because they're gonna blame him for this, even though from what I understand, this movie was fast tracked into production, really fast tracked into production, to an insane degree. I mean, hell, there was less time between Dominion and Rebirth's production than Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and Jurassic World Dominion. Yeah, even though granted, Dominion was partially impacted by COVID, but still, I mean, but then again, you could also argue, well, this one could have been, delayed. This one could have been delayed, could have been affected by, the strikes. But then again, I don't know. He wasn't originally the director. He was brought on as a shooter. Yeah, Chad Stileski, I think, was like one of the directors brought on board initially. But like, it is a shame that like that the from everything it seems like it was just like a rushed production. It's like, I don't even know why they had to rush it. It's not like the rights were being lost anytime soon. I mean, do you really like? Did they not? Like, I saw some people saying, "Oh, they're just trying to keep the rights." Like, that's not how rights work. Like, they went a long time between Jurassic Park 3 and Jurassic World. Like, no, like, this was, like they just, like, Warner Brothers just, no, not Warner Brothers, Universal just wanted this thing out as fast as possible to make as much money as quickly. Like, and it's just like, it was the dude who did The Fall Guy, yeah. I'm going to wait and see it at home, but from what I've heard, Gareth Edwards seems to have done a good job at directing it, as well as with the good visual effects. The writing said to be the weakness. They wanted to release it on the 4th of July weekend. I mean, but a lot of movies could release on 4th of July weekend. Like, why is it specifically this one? I think the fact of the matter is, they just wanted a movie out as fast as possible so they could make a quick buck, like, without really caring about the story or anything. Hello, Elizabeth Tennyson. Hello. But yeah, I still need to see Jurassic World Rebirth. I'm probably not going to be able to see it for a while, so... But yeah. Next, we got... This is something interesting. Luca Guadagnino's getting ready to film a film called Artificial. It stars Andrew Garfield, Monica Barbaro, and Yura Borisov, and it reportedly begins filming this month. A recounting of the tumultuous period at artificial intelligence company OpenAI in 2023 that saw CEO Sam Altman fired and rehired in a matter of days. I'm not gonna lie, this is fascinating. I mean, granted, this does give a little bit of Social Network because of the whole technology and ethics thing, but hey, I'm very fascinated by this, especially with you know, how relevant, you know, AI is right now. But then again, you can maybe make the argument, is this too relevant? Like, is this sort of like Dumb Money, where it was just it came out way too soon, and somehow no one, like, people started to give a shit, or not give a shit? I don't know. Jurassic World Rebirth sucked for the first hour. The rest was a horror film with killer visual effects. And from what I've heard, the visual effects are actually very good. Have you seen the leaked Superman review things? If you're talking about from, like, I know there was this one site where they were, like, trashing it, but at the same time, they've also given positive reviews to, like, other bad movies or whatever. I don't know. I thought he was making the Camera separate. He was making Camera separate. If you're talking about Luca Guadagnino's making a lot of movies. He's making a lot of movies. Jeremy Allen White and Austin Butler's A24 movie Enemies also just started filming. I have no idea what that is. I don't really know who's the director or anything like that, so yeah. But like I said, this is interesting. Again, I don't know. I mean, it's probably not going to be an Oscar thing, because Luca Guadagnino is, like, very, like, the Oscars just don't like his movies. But yeah. I'm impressed by the speed in which Guadagnino makes films. Yeah, it isn't. I mean, then again, it's also like, his movies don't require the most production, I guess. Like, they don't need, like, gigantic budgets and whatnot, so maybe. It was just an accident. Is only in the top 100 movies of 2025 due to Cannes. Will definitely get snubbed. No Nora. It's not a Nora to the Oscars. Here's the problem. Not many people saw it was just an accident. Like, not many people have seen that film. I mean, yeah, it's like, I don't, like, look, it's, again, the movie has only shown at Cannes right now. And again, not that many people saw it. Again, I don't want to take that, I don't even know what your source is for saying this. It was just an accident as the only top, like, who said that? Who? Again, I don't really take that much into account, I don't really take that much into consideration, because again, it's only played at one place. And it has distribution, and it is coming out in an Oscar-friendly year, so why should I doubt it? Again, that just kind of sounds like a reason to like trying to find a reason to not predict it. It's like, no, I don't know what the source is or anything like that. Does It Was Just an Accident have a release date? Yeah, it does have a release date. Hold on. Oh my god, this stupid computer. I hate it so much. Anyways. It Was Just an Accident is releasing on October 15th, 2025. Yeah, that's a decent time to... That is a decent time to release as an Oscar film. So yeah. If Neon does get no other choice, they will put It Was Just an Accident aside. How do we know that? How do we know that? Like, they already have the Palm winner in their hand, and it is a film that is not isolating people. Why would It Was Just an Accident not be one of their top priorities? What are we talking about? Oh, Elizabeth Tennyson saying, like, you know, how Accident is not really going to be a thing because it's not in the top 125, not in the top 100 movies of 2025 due to Cannes, even though I don't know what the source is that's saying this, and even then, it's only been shown at Cannes, so not a lot of people have seen it. Again, I just like... In a review of that new Amazon film, Heads of State, some dude for Variety comparing it to Superman, being negative about Superman. Again, I don't know. We'll have to see. Critics from Uproxx, Rolling Stone have posted saying that the leaked bad review from Superman from the Daily Beast is wrong, and that they couldn't disagree more. Other critics like this post. Again, I don't know. That's again, I don't. I picked that. It was just an accident in theaters over Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere. I'm not sure what's being said here. I think Neon may have too many potential Oscar contenders. Yeah, which is why I think they're only really going to be able to squeeze in Sentimental Value and Accident. Why no other choice? Has any Park Chan-wook film gotten into the Oscars? No. In terms of Oscar chance, everyone is thinking it's likely to be nominated only due to its Cannes win. But the Cannes win is a big deal. It's a big deal. Again, no one had Anatomy of a Fall on their radar when that was getting ready to come, like, you know, in terms of Oscars before Cannes. Like, before Cannes, no one even knew that Anatomy of a Fall even existed. And even Anora, people were like, well, I mean, Sean Baker hasn't really made an Oscar film. It's probably just going to be another film of his that's really acclaimed that doesn't really go anywhere. But again, the Cannes hype matters. It does matter. And again, it's not like Titan, where it's like isolated, where that movie clearly isolated people and people just thought it was like a weirdo movie. Accident, from everything that we know, is very accessible to general audiences. So, I feel like it's a good bet to make. Again, I never believed in Accident as a Best Picture film. Just watch. Matt Negley has said that Neon is going to get multiple contenders in Best Picture. Yeah, apparently, like, in the Oscar Expert Discord server, Matt Negley was talking about how Neon has specifically gotten, like, the top tier Oscar campaigner out there, like, in Hollywood, to exclusively campaign for their films. And apparently this person is really, really good at that. So, hey, watch out. I'm just saying. Neon, Sentimental Value was just an accident. No Other Choice, Life of Chuck, Secret Agent. I saw a dude on Twitter questioning the validity of the Daily Beast review, pointing out that it just sounded like he just watched the trailers. Again, I don't know. I don't know anything about this. I'm just going to wait to see. Apparently the embargo might lift tomorrow, so we'll have to see. Even if Accident is successful, I can't put it in the picture until I see it and it has good reception. It has good reception! That's the problem! Like, it has really good reception! That's the thing! It has really good reception! The reviews are very, very good! And I don't really know if seeing it ourselves, like, is going to help that much, because if I were just going off of what I saw, then I would never have predicted Anora to be nominated because, like, well, I mean, it's a bad movie. Why would it get nominated? But again, that's just our own subjective opinion. I do look more forward. I do look more into like what the critics and audiences are saying, and right now they're really loving Accident. Again, I just don't see a reason. There's just not really a reason to doubt it right now. Saw Jurassic World yesterday. It's very meh. I only watched it for the Odyssey trailer, which is way better than the movie itself. Cannes was dry when it comes to movies, though. It still won the Palm. And again, it still beat Sentimental Value. That's the problem. Sentimental Value was the highlight of Cannes, and it still got beaten by Accident. That's the problem. Thanks to Anora and Parasite, Neon is now able to campaign more movies than beforehand, just like A24 a few years ago. I would agree with that. Matt from Filmball said that Accident winning Palm was a political pick. He said Accident would not have been in contention for anything if it didn't win the Palm, and he also thinks it is in the 20s in Best Picture. But here's the problem. It did win the Palm. Like, we can't, like, we can use the hypothetical, so like, well, if it didn't win the Palm, it doesn't matter. It won the Palm. It won the Palm, and from what the response is saying, it's not isolating. It's very accessible to general audiences. I don't see any reason to doubt Accident right now. I mean, doubt Accident if you want. It just it can get me a better score on Gold Derby, you know? Because I could take advantage of the low rating of the low odds, because I know those odds are going to be pretty good. And again, I'm not even saying Accident's going to be like, one of the, like, it's not going to be like that's not going to be like a Roma or a Parasite or Emilia Perez where it shows up literally everywhere. It's not going to be like that. But I think it is going to be like Drive My Car, where it gets the right things, like mainly at BAFTA. Because I think the more Roma, Emilia Perez, Parasite pick is, Sentimental Value. That's the more broadly appealing one that can get in everywhere. I think there's a strong chance that Accident gets international and director and just those two. I would also suggest original screenplay. I mean, even something like The Zone of Interest got into adapted screenplay, and that was like the most tightly locked up category. It was like, look, once you put Barbie in adapted, people were like, well, once you put Barbie in adapted, you have Barbie, you have Oppenheimer, you have Poor Things, you have American Fiction, and Killers of the Flower Moon. There's no way Zone of Interest could get into that 5. And then suddenly, Killers of the Flower Moon does get snubbed out of adapted screenplay in favor of The Zone of Interest. So Accident absolutely can get into screenplay. Which country do you think will be submitting Accident? Probably France. France is one of the it's partly a French production, because Iran will never submit this film, but France can. And if France wants to be smart, they can do that. People might forget about Accident. They do not forget about Cannes films. I mean, good God. Like, even The Substance, which was not even considered for Best Picture at this time of the year. The Substance wasn't even considered for Best Picture. It's like, look, it's a really fun horror movie. It's not going to do anything. And then, sure enough, the film got picture, screenplay, director, it won Best Makeup and Hairstyling, and Demi Moore almost won Best Actress. So it's like, Cannes is especially, they remember the Cannes films. They out of all the film festivals, especially the early ones, the Oscars absolutely remember the Cannes films. They absolutely remember the Cannes films. I think that the Sentimental Value may win the Oscar for original screenplay, but Sinners will be the winner of WGA. Well, that's the thing. Like, do you think Sinners is going to completely sweep Best Director everywhere? Because I do feel like this is going to be a year, an Oscar year, where we don't really know what's going to be the winner of Best Picture for a while. Like, it is going to be a mess. And when things are a mess, then the Oscars tend to put all their eggs in one basket with picture, director, screenplay. We saw that with The King's Speech. We saw that with Birdman. We saw that with Parasite. We saw that with Everything Everywhere All at Once. We saw that with Anora. When the race is uncertain, they do like to put their eggs in as many baskets as possible. And the only real way I could see Sinners right now winning Best Picture and losing original screenplay is if everyone just unanimously, pushes Ryan Coogler for Best Director, and he even wins the BAFTA. Like, if it were like that, like, oh wow, then all right, sure, but I don't know. I'm hoping it was just an accident, but I can't take out Frankenstein. No other choice. Or is this thing on? Maybe Frankenstein, but it's winning 2 to 4 Oscars. You can take out Frankenstein. You can easily take out Frankenstein. It's a remake of a monster horror movie. Like, that's especially like not really an Oscars thing. And hell, it's probably, and if it's not in Best Picture, it's probably not going to win those 2 Oscars. If it's not going to be nominated for Best Picture, it's probably not going to win those 2 Oscars. So you can absolutely take out Frankenstein. Like I just think a remake of a monster movie is like, that'd be like predicting Nosferatu for Best Picture. It's just like, I just don't think that's going to happen. Every year, I think, though, not every Cannes will produce multiple Best Picture nominees. Right now, I only have Sentimental Value as a lock for Best Picture from Cannes. I mean, I'd probably say Sentimental Value is the only one that's locked, but I think, given the history of Cannes, you want to bet on Accident. It wouldn't shock me at all if the Best Picture race isn't competitive and Sinners wins in most places. The problem, though, is BAFTA and the Globes. Will they go for Sinners? I mean, if they do, then holy shit, okay, that's insane. But I don't think they're gonna go with those 2 movies. Do you think Sinners could be this year's La La Land and win director but lose Best Picture of Sentimental Value, which wins supporting actor and screenplay? Here's the problem, though. There was a lot of, if you're saying, like, Sentimental Value wins Best Picture over Sinners, it's kind of almost the exact opposite of La La Land, because La La Land was a very, like, human condition kind of film, and it lost to a smaller film, it lost to another film that dealt with a lot more relevant issues going on today, especially with the current political climate. But with that would be weird. It would be weird if Sinners was the sweeper, but then lost to Sentimental Value, because that's the exact opposite thing happening, and I don't think it would do that. I feel like I just don't think that's the scenario. I could see a scenario where Sentimental Value wins big at the Globes and even the BAFTAs, but ultimately the passion pick from the guilds and even the critics ends up being Sinners. Frankenstein is the Nosferatu of this year. Here it gets 2 to 4 Oscar nominations but doesn't win. I agree. Are you seeing Kiss the Spider-Woman in theaters? I have no idea. Comic-Con trouble? Oh yeah, I probably should get back to the news here in a bit. I think Sinners will win something big, unexpected, like how Honora won Best Actress in Casting at the BAFTAs. We'll have to see. But anyways, let's get on to the next subject. Shall we? Let's get on to the next subject. Alright? Apparently, Comic-Con is not doing so well, because everybody is skipping Comic-Con this year. Marvel Studios, Lucasfilm, Legendary, Lionsgate, Paramount, Warner Brothers, everyone is gone. It is gone this year. What is happening? And this isn't even really a new thing, because like Marvel and all these other studios, they've been like kind of pulling back on all these kind of, Comic-Con appearances. And it makes me wonder, is Comic-Con in trouble? Like, and I'm starting to wonder that it might be. I don't, like, maybe it's the fact that San Diego is not big enough for this Comic-Con specifically. I think they should be moving it to Vegas, because like Vegas is like way, way larger in scale and can actually sustain a place like this. But also, I think maybe it's also the rising costs. Like, people don't have this kind of expendable income anymore. Like, things are just way too expensive nowadays. But yeah, it's not looking great for Comic-Con, which is a shame, because they had some of the best, they have had some of the best panels. Like Marvel would show their new slates of films. DC, that's where they announced Batman versus Superman, like where, you know, like say what you will about the film now, but back then, everyone flipped their shit, man. Everyone went nuts for that. But yeah, I like, this is saddening. And it makes me wonder if the end of Comic-Con is happening. Yeah, they're all skipping this year, but maybe they won't next year. Again, we don't know. I don't know. It's like, this has been kind of a pattern. Like, oh. Like, it does seem like as time goes on, they keep doing, they keep moving on from this. Marvel will probably have one in 2027, or Marvel will slow down with the long-term announcements. Maybe they will. I'm really, and I wonder if they're gonna do one for, like, you know, they must do an announcement, like, you know, after, like, for what their plans are for the next saga of the MCU, which I am predicting the next saga of the MCU is just, I think they're gonna call it the Mutant Saga. Like, at this point, you can't not, you know, call the next saga the Mutant Saga, which I do think is probably gonna, like, slow down a lot of their, like, other Marvel characters. We're going to see less of the ones that, you know, like, because, like, they're going to want to put in as many mutant films as possible. The Marvels face challenges such as the SAG-AFTRA strike and lack of star promotion contributing to its low box office performance. I don't know. I think the other problem is that people just did not really like the Marvels all that much. I think that's the other problem. People did not like the Marvels. And keep in mind, this is the same year that Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania came out. Like, at this point, Marvel is, like, so hit or miss now, towards, like, people won't even really see the movies if they're even, like, pretty well received, like Thunderbolts. Like, again, the fact of the matter, I know some people, there are some people that are, like, big fans of the Marvels, and hey, that's great. But most people thought it was a disappointing film. And I think that's one of the biggest factors. Like, when you don't make great movies, or at the very least, if you're, like, hit or miss for a long time, you're gonna end up, like, losing the audience. That's what DC's problem has been. Like, after a while, people just stopped seeing the movies. Because, you know, what was it? Yeah, like, Birds of Prey flopped, and that was before that was before the pandemic. Like, Birds of Prey flopped. The Suicide Squad, which was great, flopped. Which, granted, there was also an HBO Max thing, but it was still a sequel to a film that people hated. So there's still that. Black Adam, people hated that. That flopped. And then the three movies in a row in 2023, you had Shazam: Fear of the Gods. People didn't like that. It flopped. The Flash, people didn't like that. It flopped. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, people didn't like that. It flopped. Again, I think that, because I think overall, when you keep pumping out films that people don't like, eventually people will stop going to go see the movies because they don't trust the studio. Did you finally see Thunderbolts? I thought it was pretty good. I've been really busy and really stressed over the past few days. Because, again, we're still trying to make rent. And if you want to help us, go to ko-fi.com/Christian Hannah. You can see at the bottom left of the screen. Or you can go to the top of the, you go to the pinned chat in chat and support us through that. Because we still need rent money bad. Did you see that Michael Douglas and Evangeline Lilly have both retired, and Ant-Man and the Wasp is their last film? Evangeline Lilly retired last year, and Michael Douglas announced recently. Michael Douglas, I feel sad over. Evangeline Lilly, I don't need to see her again. Yeah, we don't need. In case you don't know, during the pandemic, she was anti-mask and anti-vax, so I don't like her very much. So yeah, like, I'm not gonna miss Evangeline Lilly anytime soon. Who cares? But Michael Douglas, I mean, I'm gonna miss him. If you could remove Frankenstein from any of the categories you predicted for, what would it be? I just can't take it out. I would put Hamnet, and if I'm all in on Begonia. Well, that depends on like if you know what categories I have it in, because I most certainly don't have it in picture. I'd probably take Frankenstein out of cinematography if I could. I mean, it's probably at the end of the day, it's probably not going to get cinematography because the cinematography does not look that amazing in the film. Or at the very least, it looks like the kind of film that would be vulnerable in cinematography. So I could probably say that. I could probably see that happening. Like it would get snubbed out of cinematography. Did you see that F1 beat Napoleon as the highest grossing Apple TV film? I mean, yeah, that makes sense to me considering it's going for that Top Gun Maverick demographic. So yeah. CinemaCon kind of took Comic-Con's place when it comes to movies. Here's the problem, though. Not really, because average people don't really get to go to CinemaCon. It's mainly reserved for theater owners, so it's not really the same thing. Like and plus they have different vibes. Like with CinemaCon, the studios are trying to pitch their films that they're about to release to the theater owners so that they can play their movies. Whereas CinemaCon, you're trying to hype up fans, and that's where you get like more fan, fan stuff. You know what I mean? So it's not really the same audience. So it's kind of different. I think Frankenstein gets costume and production design and makeup. Yeah, I think that's probably its package right there. Elizabeth Olsen is attending SpaceCon. Oh. Do you think there's a chance Lionsgate just buries Michael? Oh, they're probably gonna put like a bunch of advertising in it, but it might make some money. I don't know. It's weird. But I don't think it's going to be very good. But yeah, and let's get on to the next subject, shall we? All right. Oh my God! People can be normal. David Corenswet says he's been exchanging letters with fellow Superman actors Henry Cavill and Tyler Hoechlin. Both of them, interestingly, sort of said in their own words, "I'm not going to try to give you any tips." And I think it goes on to say that they're trying to say, "Hey, make Superman make sure you make Superman your own," and all that stuff. Some pretty good words of encouragement. But again, so it's like. It's just another example of even the Snyderverse is playing nice with DC, but yet fans of the Snyderverse are still so freaking insane to where they'll just go, restore the Snyderverse. Ah! It's like people are not like, no matter how many times, it's just funny how many times, this, people involved in the Snyderverse, including Zack Snyder himself, are just normal and like, oh yeah, I'm looking forward to this new DC universe. And even the cast, it's just like, people, the fans are just insane. Why? I don't know why they can't just do that. Snyder fans are funny because Gunn and Snyder are friends. Gunn wrote Snyder's first film. That was Dawn of the Dead, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you're absolutely correct about that. Again, it's just like, I don't know why people try to make such a big thing with these two. It's like, guys, they're not enemies. I don't understand this. And even then, okay, I guess I was about to say, well, Zack Snyder is able to do his own original stuff over at Netflix, but if I'm not mistaken, Rebel Moon is not being done anymore. But yeah, but still, and look. I am a fan of the stuff that Zack Snyder has done. All right, I really like Man of Steel. And when it comes to Batman vs Superman, I very much prefer the Ultimate Edition. I really like that. And then Zack Snyder's Justice League, I think, is one of those films that does get better the more I think about it. It's right up there with some of the best DC EU films out there. So I liked the Snyderverse, but let's face it. The DCEU was dead. It was dead. No one wanted to see the movies. I think with Comic-Con, DC is waiting to see how Superman performs. The future of DCU heavily depends on it, and they don't want to announce too many things yet. Yeah, that is true. I watched the extended cuts of both Rebel Moon films. It was just it was to laugh about. They were about 6 hours of my life. Yeah, I'm not watching. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch the extended versions of Rebel Moon. No, look, like the Ultimate Edition of Batman vs Superman, I think, is much better. But at the same time, I at least thought the original cut was okay. But that's the thing. It's like, I just, like, yeah, I don't know. Gunn won't make new announcements without a completed script. Smart strategy. Yeah, that is true. I mean, then again, he already has. Okay, I guess he said new announcements, but it's like, yeah, like I think he is waiting to see like how this does. I'm not really sure if Lanterns and Supergirl will come out before Comic-Con. I know Clayface is gonna come out after Comic-Con. But yeah, I think those are like, at that point, by next time we have Comic-Con, assuming, we should have, you know, at least four projects in the DCU so far. Because we will have had... Actually, no, 5! I just realized. Because we would have had Creature Commandos, Superman, Peacemaker Season 2, Lanterns, and Supergirl. That's 5 projects already. There's also a part of me that thinks Snyder fans use the Zack Snyderverse to pour their time into because their lives might suck. I mean, probably, yeah. It's still early in the month. Could you advertise for a roommate, like on Craigslist or something, and get half a month's rent? And we'll talk. Like that's I'll probably discuss that maybe further in the members stream after this one. But like I said, if anyone's able to, you know, go to ko-fi.com/Christian Hannah, this little thing right here, or again, it's on the top of the. It's pinned in the chat. Just click that link, support us if in any way you can. We're pretty much over the halfway point overall between, you know, donations my brother and I have gotten. So consider going to Ko-Fi, consider helping us out. We really, really need the rent money, and so yeah. Oops. But yeah, guys. Yeah, Zack Snyder Bros. It's just like, yeah. You can buy a lottery. No, I don't want to gamble. No, I don't gamble. Like that's gonna send me down. That could send me down a bad rabbit hole. I think that could send me down a bad rabbit hole. But still. Oh wait, oops! I already clicked off of that. But yeah, and that's pretty much it for that. Next, we have Tim Burton is revealing that he's developing a new animated film. Which is ironic because he actually did not direct The Nightmare Before Christmas. He's only directed 2 animated films. He directed Corpse Bride and Frankenweenie. Which, funny enough, like Best Animated Feature, he was nominated twice for those, and those are still to this day the only Oscar nominations he's ever gotten. Do you need rent money for where you live or rent money for a studio for your channel? Oh no, I could never afford a studio. This is just in my bedroom. We're talking about rent money for where we live. Yeah, that's where we need help, like desperate help for. Yeah, but still, I'm very much looking forward to this. I think Tim Burton is a very good director, stylistically, and I like, yeah. Hold on. Doesn't Tim Burton not want a black person to play the lead and stuff? I think he said when he was like earlier in his career, he did like, because like he has like a specific pattern. But I think he said, like, especially in more recent years, he's like, oh wait, no, like he. What in the world? Thank you, Christine Cho. Wait, hold on. What the heck? Hold on. Thank you so much, Christine Cho. That means so much. Thank you so much. Oh my God, thank you. Like that does that again. All that does go a long way to help us. So that, like, every little bit counts. Thank you, Christine. That's very, very generous of you. But yeah, I think like I think Tim Burton was saying like at one point in his career earlier he felt this way, but he doesn't really he doesn't think that way anymore. He's changed his stance, and he's like, oh wait, no, there are ways I can incorporate more black actors into my style. So it's like I feel like this is a case where like he wasn't really thinking but how do I describe it? I think that was like a really dumb point in his life that he's learned from, and he's actually learning to basically work things out more. So I think, come on guys, even $5 probably helps. Let's do this. Thank you, Christine Cho, for the words of encouragement. Yeah, again, like every little bit counts. Every little bit counts. When do you think it'll release? I'm not sure. If you're talking about the Tim Burton film, I'm not really sure, because it doesn't really say. It just says he's developing a film. It's not like anything's been greenlit or anything. But again, I'm very excited because I really do love Corpse Bride. If it's not my top 10 favorite animated films, it's definitely in like the top 20 somewhere. And I really liked Frankenweenie. Frankenweenie was also really fun. I like that a lot. I like Tim Burton, though it can get tiresome after some time. I would compare him to Wes Anderson. I love Frankenweenie, Corpse Bride, the Batman films, Sleepy Hollow, and Ed Wood, and the first Beetlejuice. I think there's a bit of a difference there, I think, between Tim Burton and Wes Anderson. And again, I feel like what it comes down to is the acting in his movies. Like, Tim Burton's movies don't really have the same kind of acting. Like, the characters are still very vibrant and have a lot of personality. The problem with Wes Anderson is that the performances in his films are always very monotone. They always speak like this for very long and eloquent sentences and do all this sorts of stuff like this. And it's like, you can't really get much of a performance, or like you can't really get much emotion from the kind of performances that Wes Anderson brings out of his actors. Whereas Tim Burton, he actually does have a lot of emotion. Even if the visuals can look very similar, the vibe is still very different. Like what was it? Like Beetlejuice, hell, even with the same actors, even when he's using the same actors, like the acting never really feels the same. Because you have Edward Scissorhands, and he doesn't really act anything like Ed Wood. Ed Wood doesn't really act like Sweeney Todd. Sweeney Todd doesn't really act like, the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland and stuff like that. It's like, I think overall it is like he is a bit different from Wes Anderson. I feel like his style, at least for me, does not get as tiring as someone like, Wes Anderson, because again, Tim Burton's the acting in Tim Burton's movies there's a lot of acting in his movies, I should say. But yeah, I am very excited for this. And again, if you have not seen Corpse Bride, watch Corpse Bride. It's amazing. I agree with you, Christian, about Wes Anderson versus Tim Burton. There is a Tim Burton style, but each movie is a different story or character. Wes Anderson, sadly, has become a parody of himself. Yeah. There are definitely things you can make fun of in Tim Burton films, definitely. Especially with the Danny Elfman music, and la 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 la. You can do a lot of that. But, again, because they do have, you can sense a little bit of a pattern, but they are unique enough to feel like their own movie, He has a style, but the style usually doesn't really take over the film. Whereas, again, just tell me the plot of, Asteroid City. You can't really, or at the very least, what are the characters like in Asteroid City? Chances are, if you're going to try to describe a character in Asteroid City, they're almost exactly like the characters in any of other Wes Anderson's films. And I do feel like there's a lot more variety in Tim Burton. And again, that's not to say that every movie Tim Burton makes is good. I mean, I really did not like Planet of the Apes at all. Although, to be fair, even he said he would rather jump out of a window than do a sequel to Planet of the Apes. Oh my God! If you guys have not seen Planet of the Apes, the one with Mark Wahlberg, that movie's miserable. Oh my God! I'm a Tim Burton defender. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is still to this day one of my favorite movies of all time. I love Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That is a masterpiece. I in my list of New York Times's, when they were taking audiences' opinions for their top 10 films of all time, top 10 films of the 21st century, I put Charlie and the Chocolate Factory at number 3, baby. That movie's awesome, but Planet of the Apes was not it. It was not it. I hate his Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. No! Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is great! It's great! But still, I digress. But yeah. And then we get to the final main topic before we just talk about, random stuff. The Hollywood Creative Alliance have announced their winners representing the best in film from the mid-year of 2025. And apparently, they have their winners out. Alright? Actually, maybe I should put this over here. Yeah. For Best Picture, the nominees were 28 Years Later, Black Bag, F1, Materialist, Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, Sinners, The Life of Chuck, Sorry Baby, Thunderbolts, and Warfare. Sinners wins, obviously, and The Life of Chuck was the runner-up. Hold on a second. Oh, I was just getting some good news. Apparently, because earlier this year they basically shut down our local Comic-Con, but apparently they're replacing it with a new one that's actually free, and they're still gonna have celebrity voice guests. Man, I was about to say, because I was about to miss our local Comic-Con, and this is completely unrelated, but it was a lot of fun, and actually, maybe a bittersweet fact. It was at a local Comic-Con a couple of years back. I actually met Kevin Conroy mere months before he sadly passed away. If you don't know who Kevin Conroy is, he was the voice of Batman. From Batman the Animated Series and what's his name? No, what was that? What was it called? The Batman Arkham games. He was very nice. I mean, he did look like he was kind of out of it and stuff, but he was really nice. And I do want to show you this because I think this is actually kind of cool. I even got this signed by Kevin Conroy, and again, this is a couple years back. And he actually signed it. It was actually really nice. And last year I met Rob Paulson. I actually it was at a weird point when we were just starting to get good money, but then the house burned down, but basically it was almost before things started crashing down, but it was really fun. And apparently they, even though our local Comic-Con is not coming back, it's going to be replaced by a newer free version, which I'm really excited for. I think that's going to be really cool. I met Ke Huy Quan 2 months ago. Very nice and kind in person as he is in his roles. He looks really nice. Ke Huy Quan really does look like a sweet dude. Yeah, and I gotta say, meeting Rob Paulson, I'm pretty sure I posted this on Twitter somewhere, an image of him and me. But like Rob Paulsen, and if you know who Rob Paulsen is, he's like a voice actor, and he voiced characters like Carl Weezer and Jimmy Neutron. Like he was a couple of Ninja Turtles from different shows. He was like Pinky from Pinky and the Brain, but again, those were sort of before my time. I mainly knew him as Carl Weezer from Jimmy Neutron. I have an autograph of him, but it's like all the way back there. But like I gotta say, Rob Paulsen, probably out of the celebrities I have met, definitely the most humble dude I've met. Like my God, I've never met a dude who was so thankful to be in the position that he is than him. And he said like if the worst part of my job is that someone asks me to do a say Cowabunga dude like from Ninja Turtles, then I have the best job in the world. Like if that's the worst thing I have to do, I really can't stress enough how humble that guy actually is. It's amazing. Super random, but there used to be an old shitty AMC one town over, but it closed down and is being replaced by a new state-of-the-art theater. Ooh, love Batman the animated series, so cool. Local cons are awesome. My local Comic-Con was super fun. Yeah, I really liked it. Sad to hear about the passings of Julian McMahon and Michael Madsen this past week. Both will be greatly missed. I don't know who Julian McMahon is, but I do know that Michael Madsen was Dr. Doom. Yeah, that was a shame. He had a really funny way of portraying Dr. Doom. He always like portrayed Dr. Doom as like very snarky, just like that kind of always snarky attitude. It was kind of funny to watch. But yeah, what was I about to say? Oh yeah. Wait, what? Julian McMahon was Dr. Doom? Ah, man. Ah, no. Who was Michael Madsen again? Ah, fuck. See, I'm bad at names. I'm really bad at names. I'm sorry about that. Dang it. Dang it. Ah. Michael Madsen was in Tarantino's movies. Oh. It's from Tarantino movies. I'm not gonna lie, I still forgot who he was. Damn it. I'm bad with names. Oh god, I suck. I'm sorry. But yeah. The Sinners wins Best Picture at the Midseason Astra Awards. And The Life of Chuck is number 2. The Life of Chuck is actually number 2. That's fascinating to me. Best Actor went to Michael B. Jordan for Sinners, and second place was Robert Pattinson for Mickey 17. Again, that's fascinating to me. I mean, that guy, I guess, with Michael B. Jordan winning right now, makes sense. So, yeah. Best Actress went to Florence Pugh for Thunderbolts. This is a little bit surprising. I love Sinners and the Sinners Love that's getting so much praise, especially. Oh, I love Sinners and the Sinners Love that's getting so much praise, especially in this mid-year awards. But I think Black Bag is getting overlooked. Soderbergh, Fassbender, and Blanchett were good. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Black Bag just not even get nominated for screenplay here? I don't know. Both Jordan and Pattinson play multiple roles. That is correct. This is a critics thing? Specific, open to a massive amount of critics? Yeah, I think it actually is. I think this actually is like critics. I think actually critics are indeed voting for this. But yeah, Florence Pugh for Thunderbolts is a little bit surprising because you would think the critics would maybe go for Eva Victor or Dakota Johnson, but I don't know. They're probably gonna be maybe Eva Victor might be more of a late year critics thing. Supporting actor is interesting because Miles Caton won for Sinners and Mark Hamill is number 2 for Life of Chuck. Damn. Despite Pedro Pascal and Javier Bardem, Miles Caton still won, and even beating Mark Hamill, Miles Caton still won. Obviously not a lot of heavy competition, but still happy Sinners dominated this. It's still a little bit surprising that Miles Caton actually won supporting actor over a lot of these guys. But again, and then this is what made me go, whoa, baby, whoa. Haley Steinfeld wins Best Supporting Actress, and Wunmi Mosaku was the runner-up. Like, oh my god. I think the Oscar expert said he's letting his membership lapse. Yeah, I think that's what he said. Yeah. I predicted the exact winner and runner-ups for picture, actor, and supporting actor so far. Yeah, but supporting actress, wow. They went. It's basically like no matter what, Sinners won here. Like, wow. And again, you're going to see some more of a pattern. Best screenplay. You know, Sinners wins again. The Life of Chuck is the runner-up. Best director. Ryan Coogler wins for Sinners. Mike Flanagan is the runner-up. Again, like, if I'm not mistaken, has Life of Chuck been, like, number 2 in everything it was nominated for? That might be the case. Best horror film, Bring Her Back won, but again, it's weird that Sinners was not nominated here because it is absolutely a horror-adjacent film. It's a horror movie. It's a very stylized, like, different kind of horror movie, but let's face it, Sinners was a horror movie, and the fact that it's not here is very, very weird. But regardless, Bring Her Back was won, and Companion was the runner-up. And Best Stunts was Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Ballerina was the runner-up. And Best Indie Film, the winner was Bob Trevino Likes It, and Dangerous Animals was the runner-up. Most anticipated film went to Wicked for Good. Well, then again, I'm not surprised, because the Astras absolutely loved Wicked. They absolutely loved the first Wicked. But Superman not being the runner-up is fascinating to me. But still, if you notice this, Sinners won everything it was nominated for. Not only did it win everything it was nominated for, but considering, like, Wunmi Mosaku was the runner-up for supporting actress, Sinners could literally not have done any better with its wins. It could not have done any better. The fact that the only category it sort of lost in but it only lost to another Sinners nomination. It won everything. It literally, again, it could not have done any better if it tried. That's insane to me. I don't know if this is controversial, but Sinners gets love at Astras and in below-the-line categories in the upcoming award shows. Movies that win at Astras and box office and Globes usually don't get love. Which, again, I don't think that... that's why I'm kind of wondering if Warner Brothers is even going to try to submit Sinners for box office film. 20 Years Later also wasn't nominated. Yeah, that's very weird. Why would the two biggest horror movies of the year not be nominated for Best Horror Film? Unless they just literally went, unless the critics in their minds were thinking, they're going to get nominated anyway, you know? So, like, I could probably just make room for some of these other films, and then, oopsies, other films ended up getting nominated instead, and those two got snubbed. Weapons runner-up. Hype for that movie is insane. They wanted to see what happened to those kids in Weapons. They should have switched Seinfeld and Mosaku, in my opinion. I'd agree, but again, it's still amazing that both that both ended up getting 1 and 2. I see Critics' Choice having a Sinners sweep, especially since it's the first major award show being televised this year. Yeah, I could see that. Honestly, that's probably going to do a lot for Sinners' hype. Really, I think it is. Yes, it's a popular and critics' darling. It's looking like Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's what I'm thinking. It might be very plausible. I mean, now granted, do I think Haley Steinfeld and Wunmi Mosaku are going to win Oscars for this? Probably not at the end of the day. But, I mean, they could both get nominated. There is that. If it was Everything Ever All at Once, it wouldn't win everything at the Globes, correct? Yeah, no. Everything Ever All at Once only won the Comedy Musical Actress Golden Globe and Best Supporting Actor. That's all it won. Is it possible that this can happen to Sentimental Value wins picture, but Sinners wins director? I have both of them tied with the Oscar wins. But again, I don't know. Judging from from how the Oscars usually go, it seems like Sentimental Value would be the film that could probably... Because here's the thing. I think Sentimental Value would do very well at the Globes and BAFTA, but I don't think they're going to do as well at the Guilds as Sinners. And as we know, the Guilds are way more important in Oscar predicting than the BAFTAs. Way more important. It's almost like I like the way the Oscar expert put it. Like winning Best Film at BAFTA, unless you're a complete sweeper like Nomadland or Oppenheimer, it's almost a negative stat to win Best Film at BAFTA because they never match up when it's a confusing year. I could see one of the Sinners actresses getting a SAG nom. I could probably see them both getting a SAG nom, honestly. At this point, you never know. They may get nominated and then Globes and then everything else leading to the Oscars. Maybe. On Odds Checker, Sentimental Value has the best betting odds for Best Picture at the moment with plus 600. Sinners is currently fourth in the odds with plus 1,000. Man, if only Oscar betting was like legal in West Virginia. Damn it! Like, I genuinely do think Sinners has what it takes. Wait, if it's plus 1,000, correct me if my math is wrong, but you could literally bet $1 on Sinners winning, and wouldn't that mean you get like $1,000 from that? Or would it be $100? I don't know. If you bet $1 on Sinners right now, and if it won Best Picture, you would get $1,000 or $1. I don't really know how odds works. Why isn't it legal? I don't know. You tell me. Like, I don't know what... I don't know why... West Virginia's weird with their laws. What do you think of Wicked for Good winning PGA and Arrivo and Grande both winning the night of SAG. But here's the problem. Even if Wicked won PGA... I still think it needs DGA. It still needs to win. At the end of the day, at the Oscars, it still needs to win either director or screenplay. And I'm not betting on a movie that's not going to win director or screenplay. Spend $1,000 to win $1,000. Oh, okay. Oh, no, wait. Spend $100 to win $1,000. See, I don't really know how this works, honestly. So, Sinners is more like Everything Everywhere All at Once instead of Oppenheimer. Oh, I can see it now. See, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think this year's going to be an easy Best Picture winner. Like, Oppenheimer was like, yeah, that's like a no-brainer. But, like, the thing is, I don't think BAFTA's going to go that hard on Sinners in terms of wins. So, and because of that, it's probably going to be a little bit of a race. So, we'll see. Materialist not winning anything is really surprising. Yeah, it is a little bit, maybe. Blockbusters are rare, though, to do well. Oppenheimer might be on a different scale, but not a Sinners hater, but I have a weird feeling. I will say, Sinners, it made a lot of money, but, however, it is not a completely dominant box office film. Like, it's not like Barbie. It's not making $1 billion. And if anything, if Avatar Fire and Ash does get into Best Picture, and let's face it, Avatar Fire and Ash is probably going to make $2 billion, Sinners is going to be in Avatar's shadow. All the box office hate is going to go towards Avatar, or let's say Wicked for Good gets into Best Picture. All like the big popular box office hate's going to go toward Avatar or Wicked's way, and then Sinners can just sit back. It's sort of like how in a way, Sinners can also be compared to Oppenheimer, because Oppenheimer, despite being a big box office film, it was in Barbie's shadow, you know? It was in Barbie's shadow, so it didn't have that kind of like, ew, commercial film kind of hate thrown at it. Like, Sinners can avoid all that because of the fact that it made a lot of money, but not too much money. Nirvana, the show, the band, is happening on adapted screenplay. I think Stone may get supporting actress due to the fact that she is beloved at the Academy, and Begonia might be Nickel Boys type thing. That's a lot to delve deep into. I don't know about Nirvana, the show, the band, the movie. I don't know about that. I don't know. Wait, can Sinners beat the SAG record by getting 6 nominations? Lead actor, supporting actor, 2 supporting actresses, ensemble, and stunts? Ooh, it could. It could. That's what I'm saying. Sinners has the potential to be one of the biggest Oscar films ever because it has such a crazy ensemble, because it has the text behind it. It has everything going for it. That's why I really do think it's going to do very well at Guilds. Do you think another contender could come out of nowhere and win Best Picture instead of Sinners? Oh yeah, sure. I mean, let's not forget, it is only July. But right now, I'm struggling to find that film. I can't find that film right now. Sinners didn't perform well at the international box office. I still have a hard time believing it performs well with international voting bodies, which is really where I'm not predicting it to win at the moment. But that's the thing. It doesn't need to do well in terms of international wins. It just needs to get the international nominations. Like, I've been saying this. Look at Everything Ever All at Once, alright? Everything Ever All at Once, it only won editing at BAFTA. It only won Best Editing at BAFTA. But it was still nominated for practically every category it was supposed to be nominated for. It even got nominated in categories that it didn't even get at the Oscars, like visual effects, which is very weird to me. But, again, it got nominated for a ton of stuff at the BAFTAs, even though it only won editing. Like, it still got Best Picture, Director, Original Screenplay, Lead Actress, Supporting Actor, Supporting Actress nominations. It's above the line, it still did very well with nominations with 6. And even with Anora, even though it only won Casting and Actress, it didn't really miss any nominations. It still got Best Picture, Director, Original Screenplay, Lead Actress, Supporting Actor, Casting, and Editing. It didn't miss anything, really. So, my theory is, as long as Sinners can get nominated for the big awards, mainly the thing I need to see happen: picture, director, screenplay. As long as Sinners can get those nominations at BAFTA, it doesn't matter how many awards it wins. I mean, it's probably going to win at least a few techs, at least, but as long as it gets nominated for a lot of awards at BAFTA, it's good. Because that shows, even if it's not strong enough to win, it's still strong enough to get a lot of nominations. I don't have it in getting BAFTA Best Film right now. Again, I don't know, we'll have to see. Hold on for a second, guys. I'll be right back. I just need to get a drink, alright? I will be right back. I'm back. Boo! I jump scared you. But yeah. Let's see. But yeah. Thoughts on my lineup for the Oscars: sentimental value. Wicked for Good, One Battle After Another, Jay Kelly, Deliver Me From Nowhere, Begonia, After the Hunt, Marty Supreme, and Leo, Just an Accident. Wait. Oh, no, you do have Sinners. Okay. Not bad. I could see that. Yeah, I could see this happen. Nothing seems completely unreasonable. Again, I don't believe in some of these films, but, nothing seems crazy. I don't see anything crazy being left out. But, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, I jump scared you. Let's see. Every year there seems to be a movie getting into Best Picture with only 3 nominations. What movie do you think has a chance to do so next year? I mean, sometimes there's a movie that gets nominated for only 2 Oscars. For like a Best Picture film that's only in with only 2 nominations. And that's even happened 3 years in a row with Nickel Boys, Past Lives, and Women Talking. Right now, I'm going with One Battle After Another, which I know is crazy, but I don't think it's going to be that strong in Best Picture. Hell, it could miss altogether, but we'll have to see. But yeah. Actually, I just realized, do you guys have a award expert? Do you guys have a award expert? Maybe I could roast you. Maybe I could roast you guys as award expert accounts, and roast your predictions. Ooh. Fun fact: when Writers Guild was split between genres, a total of 20 films got 2 nominations, and 1 film got 3. Mostly due to nominations in the short-lived Best Film Written centered on the American scene. Yeah, that's a really weird category to just have. It's like, what? Both Searchlight and oh, wait. Leo 1. Alright, we could probably look up. Yeah, let's look up some of you guys' award expert accounts. Shall we? Hold on. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh, wait. I just realized Wait, I just realized which is your accurate? Which is the name you go by, Leo or Elizabeth? Because I just realized I don't want to end up accidentally dead naming you or something like that. I didn't know what. Oh wait, hold on. I go by Leo, but Elizabeth is fine. Okay. Okay, Leo. I'll go with Leo, because that's what you prefer to be called. Alrighty, let's do that. Let's see. Ah, dang it, I just realized. Hold on. Leo 1. Alright, let's see. All right, let's look at your Oscar predictions, shall we? All right. So you got sentimental value winning director, original screenplay. All right, yeah. If you do believe it's gonna be a crazy year, then it probably makes sense to have all 3 in. Reinsva winning lead actress. Okay. Sandler. So far, nothing seems. Oh wait. Oh, Miles Caton in supporting actor. Okay. Oh, and Ryan Coogler is not nominated for director. Like, you're not predicting him to get nominated, which I guess it does make sense because like, again, I've been saying I think Ryan Coogler is either going to win director or he's not getting nominated. It's one of those two. So if you don't have him winning, maybe it makes sense why he's not nominated. Casting, Sinners wins. All right. Sorry, it's just hot in here, and for some reason it makes me yawn a lot. I think I yawn a lot in general. All right. International feature. All right, yeah, sentimental value. That makes sense. You gotta have accident in there. You gotta have accident. You know, Friends is gonna pick that up. Documentary feature. All right, I don't know that much about what's going on right now. Animated feature. This is just animated features is a clusterfuck. We don't know what's going on here. Cinematography for Marty Supreme. That's interesting. Like Marty Supreme winning over Sinners? I don't know. Sinners right now just seems like it's going to be like a bigger contender in cinematography. And again, if F1 is going to be nominated for cinematography, it would need picture. Also, I don't know about Avatar: Fire and Ash, because like Avatar 2 didn't get nominated for that. Oh, wait, do you have you have 2 non-Best Picture films in cinematography? I don't know. And they're not even from like very big established cinematographers. It's just kind of like, what? I don't know about that. I don't know. And production design, I don't know. Again, Begonia just looks way too contemporary to win. It could probably get nominated, but it looks way too contemporary to win. I mean, keep in mind the only 2 films, or at least the only film in the 21st century to actually the last time a film that was set place during the present day to win Best Cinematography was La La Land, and the one before that was Batman from 1989, and even before then you have to go back to All That Jazz. So it's like I don't know. I just don't know. And again, I just don't know about. And again, F1, I just don't think that's going to be nominated for cinematography. I mean, if Top Gun Maverick, a film that was in Best Picture, couldn't get in, why would F1, a film that's not in Best Picture? Kiss the Spider-Woman in costume design, yeah, that makes sense. But again, production design, I feel like Sinners would get nominated for this. It does have some old-timey Western sets, and again, it's a better bet than some of these other films. I mean, if Oppenheimer can get nominated, then surely Sinners could. Visual effects. Superman's not in. F1. F1, Frankenstein, How to Train Your Dragon, Predator, Badlands. It's like, I don't think any of these films are getting close to getting nominated for Best Picture. I mean, F1. Car racing movies just never get nominated. Frankenstein. That's just like background stuff. That does not get nominated. And How to Train Your Dragon, they don't really nominate dragons for visual effects. I don't see that happening. And again, with Jurassic World Rebirth, the fact that it's at 11 is concerning, because that's implying that it's not going to get shortlisted. And the Jurassic World movies always get shortlisted. They always get shortlisted. And then Predator, Badlands. I just think this is just one of the least likely ones to happen. I just don't see that at all. Hell, I genuinely do think Thunderbolts is a better bet than most of these, because it's just more of a visual effects thing, and it is Marvel. And again, with Tron Ares, they just don't like nominating the Tron movies. They just don't like nominating Tron. So I don't know about that one. Score, original song. All right. Yeah, there's a lot that don't make a lot of sense to me, but I don't have award expert, but my Best Picture 10 would be The Secret Agent, Sinners, Sentimental Value, and Lee Begonia. One Battle After Another was just an accident. Jay Kelly, Ella McKay, Marty Supreme. All right. Hold on. Can you roast my 2024 favorites? Oh boy, let's see what we do here. Roasting your 2024 favorites. Okay, that's good. That's a little bit different, but we'll have to see. Oh boy, how bad is it? How bad is this gonna be? How bad can I be? Oh. Oppenheimer is the all right. That's cool. Love Oppenheimer. Love that. Lead actress is Sophie Wilde for Talk to Me. Okay, that's interesting. Lead actor Zac Efron for The Iron Claw. Okay. Supporting actress Divine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers. Yep. Supporting actor Jacob Elordi for Priscilla. All right. Let's see. Original screenplay The Holdovers makes sense to me. Adapted screenplay Priscilla. All right, that's interesting. Ensemble The Holdovers, can't really complain. The casting the Oppenheimer. All right, I'm a little bit surprised that they're not reversed, like where Holdovers wins casting and Oppenheimer wins ensemble. First feature American Fiction makes sense. Animated feature went to Pneumonia. All right, yeah. I mean, already this list is way better. Even though you didn't nominate Ninja Turtles, you at least don't have Elemental on there. So at least we have that. It's still an overall better lineup than the Oscars had. Cinematography, Oppenheimer, makes sense. Editing, Oppenheimer, yup. Production design, Barbie, yup. Costume design, Priscilla, okay. Makeup and hairstyling. Talk to me. Oh, man. Wait, no Maestro? Wait, Maestro didn't get in? What? How did Maestro not get in? And again, the Guardians love. There's a lack of Guardians love. And also, no Golda. Golda deserves to be in there. What? Visual effects, creator. Let's go, creator. That's the dessert. That should have won the Oscar for visual effects. That should have won the Oscar, but for some reason, life hates me like that. Stunts and choreography, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning. All right, makes sense. Oppenheimer wins Best Sound. Wait, the Zone of Interest isn't nominated for Best Sound. Oh. Original score went to Spider-Verse. All right, and what won? Okay, Dance of the Night wins original song. Okay. Oh, wait, okay, special shout out to You've Never Had Chocolate Like This from Wonka. You've never had chocolate like this. No, we never had chocolate like this. But yeah, overall not bad. Not bad. Can you check my award expert? D Movie Love. All right, let's check out your award expert. All right, D. Well, like D's nuts. Ha! Got him. Let's see what you got. Sentimental value. Oh, okay. Yep, we're already... See, I don't know. The only way I could see sentimental value winning Best Picture and not... Like, again, it's like... I don't know. It's like, if there's a split in director and picture, that usually happens when the director sweeps everywhere. And... I don't know. Renate Reinsveld winning lead actress. Jeremy Allen White winning supporting actor. No, lead actor, I should say. Miles Caton winning supporting actor. Wow, okay. Supporting actress goes to Ariana Grande. Original screenplay goes to Sentimental Value. Adapted screenplay goes to Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere. Huh. I'm surprised Begonia isn't number one right now. Casting, Wicked. I just don't know if Wicked's going to happen. Because, like, most of the casting's already done. And I don't think they're going to do, like, an IOU type nomination. That's, like, something, like, average voters would do. Not, like, not the crafts branches. International feature. Yeah. God, I don't know why I keep yawning so much. Yeah. Animated feature, yeah, that's a complete oh, you gotta drop Animal Farm. Animal Farm is that... Oh, people don't like Animal Farm. People are very divided on Animal Farm. You gotta drop that. No, people do not like that movie. People are not like that's not gonna get in. Cinematography goes to Sinners. Editing goes to Sentimental Value. Wow. Production design goes to Wicked. Costume design goes to Wicked. Makeup and hairstyling goes to 28 Days Later. Visual effects goes to Avatar Fire and Ash. This is the exact same 5 that I have, and I feel like right now this is the safe 5 to have. Sound goes to Deliver Me From Nowhere. I'm surprised. Wow, okay. Also, good. Yep, Best Picture films getting into editing. That makes sense. Yeah, score, Sinners. Yep, original song. Yeah, wait, I just realized score. Wait, I just realized. Oh, I don't know. You have 2 non-Best Picture films in score. Wait, is it 2? Yep, it's 2. That is a risk. That is a big risk because the music branch, especially recently, they've really just gone all in on like Best Picture films. I mean, even last year, like sure, The Wild Robot got nominated and that wasn't in Best Picture, but that's because they maxed out on all of the Best Picture films that were that were on the short list. Because I didn't think they would do Wicked. I did not. I think they're not going to do Wicked. But then they ended up doing Wicked. Because, again, it's in Best Picture. It's like, wow. They actually did go for it. So, I don't know. I feel like you don't want to... Like, your best bet is to... At least right now is to stick with Best Picture films. And once the shortlists come out, like, again, your best bet is to bet on the Best Picture films that you have available to you. Animal Farm looks like a low-quality film. Yeah, I'd probably agree. It doesn't look all that great. Do all director nominations have to be in picture? Nowadays, yes. Because here's the problem. I just realized you don't have accident in Best Picture? No. Here's the thing. Once you lock down the Best Picture category to 10 films, your director nominees are going to translate over to Best Picture. Like, even when people tried telling me that, oh yeah, Jonathan Glazer can get nominated for director, but not Best Picture. Zone of Interest is not going to get into Best Picture. It ended up getting into Best Picture. Because again, once you lock it down to 10 films, then it makes it way harder to do. It makes it way harder to snub the director films out of Best Picture. I mean, look at previous films. You know, look at Foxcatcher. Foxcatcher would have easily been number 8 for Best Picture. I mean, look at the nominations it got: director, lead actor, supporting actor, original screenplay. I mean, if there were 10 films, you bet your ass that Foxcatcher would have gotten in. Another Round probably would have also gotten into Best Picture because again, it got director. It was riding like a pretty big wave at that point. And even at the BAFTAs, they nominated Another Round for director, screenplay, and lead actor. So it's like you want to bet on director nominees in Best Picture. Like if you're gonna have your top 5 for Best Director, you gotta put them all in Best Picture. Even if you were to put Accident number 10, it's still fine because at the end of the day, you know, Accident might be number 10, but nowadays when you lock down Best Picture to 10 films, like it does not like a film getting nominated for director and not picture does not happen once you lock it down to 10 films. Don't worry, guys. I'll get to your awards predictions. Don't worry. Who do you want to get MZA King? I'm proud of myself for this question. Honestly, I think the smart move would be either MGM Amazon or A24. A24 because they've only got Marty Supreme. That's really the only thing they got. They need something else. So yeah. Let's see who we get for yeah, Adam Hakimi. All right, let's see yours. All right. Let's see. Let's see what your Oscar predictions are like. All right. One battle after another winning. I think that's our. Yeah. I don't know about that. I don't know. Because. I don't. I think right now it's in a dangerous position right now because it's likely not going to do well at the box office. Sinners is already going to be Warner Brothers' biggest priority right now. It's like I think the ship has sailed on one battle after another winning. I don't think it's that kind of film, especially with the director nomination. I don't know because it's said to be more commercially appealing as a film compared to other Paul Thomas Anderson films, which might be good for audiences, but for the director's branch, they like seeing the more auteur stuff, and this isn't looking like it's going to be that. So I don't know about that. I don't know. Renate Reinsva, Timothée Chalamet, Iowa Debris, Adam Sandler. Original screenplay, adapted screenplay. All right. Casting, international feature. All right. Animated feature. Again, Animal Farm. The ship has sailed. That's not. I just don't think it's happening. Arco. The reviews are not that great. They're good, but they're not amazing. And then this film. The Oscars are not going to touch that whatsoever. They're not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. F1, it's like, what? Yeah, you don't even have it in Best Picture. It's like, no, guys, no. F1, the movie's not going to win cinematography if it can't even get into Best Picture. Top Gun Maverick was nominated for Best Picture, and it couldn't even get nominated for cinematography. I just don't think F1's happening at all for that. And same thing with film editing. If it's not in Best Picture, it's not going to get editing. I just don't think that's happening at all. Production design, costume design, all right. Makeup and hairstyling, all right. Avatar, yeah. Sound, again, in the expanded Best Picture era, the only time we've ever had a sound winner that was not in Best Picture was Skyfall. And even then it tied with Zero Dark 30, which was in Best Picture. And now we have one sound category. So I think for the foreseeable future, we're not going to see any, non-Best Picture films win Best Sound. It's like you kind of have to be in Best Picture now. And then score. I don't know about if there's any film that's going to win score this year, it's going to be Sinners. It is going to be Sinners that this is the film to beat in score. And I don't think One Battle After Another is going to win at all compared to Sinners. Like, Sinners is like the music is literally the film. I just don't see that happen. I just don't see it losing at all. I know I'm waiting to rewatch Sinners before I change it. Again, rewatch Sinners because again, I really feel like it has the makings of a big contender. Hamnet not in director but in picture is insane. Again, I don't know. It's like I don't think Hamnet's winning. Have you not heard One Battle After Another score? It's a banger. How have you heard it? Like what? Wait, how have you heard the score? I'm curious about that. But even then, it's like Sinners. The music is the movie. The music is driving the story. It's like I don't think there's going to be any score this year that comes close to the impact that Sinners' score has. It's like Sinners winning score is going to be like Oppenheimer winning score. It's like even if it loses everything else, it would still win score. Hamnet's going to be a BAFTA favorite, but if it's but here's the thing: if you expect, I don't know, because here's the thing: BAFTA for the most part still does movies that that end up getting nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars, but I don't So what you're saying is it's either going to be something like Kneecap, where it does well exclusively at BAFTA, but then nowhere else, or it's like All Quiet on the Western Front, where it was mostly absent the entire season, but then BAFTA sees it and it's like whoa. But I don't think Hamnet's going to be like that, because Hamnet is like more people know about Hamnet than All Quiet on the Western Front at this point in time. So I don't know. I don't know. Some of these wins don't make a lot of sense to me because again, like you want to be in Best Picture to win a lot of these categories, and I don't think, or even get nominated in some of these categories. I think people are really overestimating F1. I just don't think it's happening. Is Die My Love or Wicked for Good more likely for cinematography? Assuming both aren't in Best Picture. Well, I mean, if they're not in Best Picture, then I would not predict any of them for cinematography. To be quite honest, because again, none of them seem to have they don't really. None of them are directed by Edward Lockman, and he can, or like if it's a film not directed, no, if the cinematography is not done by either Roger Deakins or Ed Lockman, then I would say neither are going to get nominated for cinematography. And, or at the very least, I don't know. And plus, it's just hard to, because especially with Wicked for Good, it doesn't look that much different from the first film. I mean, it's a little bit more colorful, but I just don't know. And then Die My Love, it's like Die My Love is definitely not getting into Best Picture. And even then, from the clip I've seen, it's like the cinematography does not look like much of a standout at all. But yeah. Here was my 2025 favorites for 2024 movies. Oh, sure. East EVR. Alright, let's see what you got. The Easties 2025. Oh, wait. The Easties 2025. Alright, your favorite was... I saw the TV glow. Alright, not... Wait, no Dune? Ah! No Dune! Ah! Let's see. Alright, Demi Moore, Hugh Grant, Margaret Qualley, Nicolas Cage. What was this for? Oh, Long Legs. Okay, someone really likes horror. Original screenplay, adapted screenplay. Okay, yeah, Sing Sing winning is based. Hell yeah, Sing Sing winning ensemble. Let's go. Casting, The Substance. Alright, that's fascinating. First feature, Thelma. Animated feature, Memoir of a Snail. Ooh, that's based. I like that. Wait, South Park, The End of Obesity. I don't even think that was a theatrically released film. I think that was just a Paramount Plus special. I don't know if I would count that one. I don't know. Cinematography, I saw the TV glow. Ooh, Joker. Okay, that's getting imaginative. Wait, but I just realized no Nosferatu anywhere so far. What the heck? Editing, Challengers, Production Design, Wicked. Wait, Deadpool and Wolverine nominated for Production Design. That's interesting. Costume Design, yeah, Wicked. Substance, Deadpool, Wolverine, Hundreds of Beavers, and Beetlejuice. Wow, okay, that's everywhere. Wow. Makeup and hairstyling, The Substance, Sasquatch Sunset, Terrifier 3, Beetlejuice, Long Legs, okay. Visual effects, okay, wait a minute, hold on. Sonic? Sonic 3? What? Also here, wait, no Dune? How is, okay, like, Dune not nominated for visual effects? What? Also, no Alien Romulus. What? Okay, come on. Sonic? Do we really need to do Sonic for visual effects? Come on, Easty, come on, what are we doing here? Yes, it's a very well stylized movie, but that's not really a visual effects thing. That's a art direction thing. Come on, Easty. Sonic 3 is fire, not better than Dune, but fire. I mean, I'm not saying Sonic 3 is bad. No, it's a very good movie. But in terms of visual effects, I mean, really, Sonic? Like what? Like it's not really that. It's not really that groundbreaking visual effects technology. It's just like, it's just a very well art directed film. I don't know. Sonic in and no Dune or Alien Romulus? What are we doing? Actually, yeah, Dune is not nominated for a single award, it looks like. It's like, what? Did you not see Dune? How'd you not see Dune? Yeah, Dune's nowhere. You didn't see Dune? What? How'd you not do that? You gotta see Dune. Or at the very least, like I don't know, like, did you not see Dune? Or are you just not able to, like, separate, like, how good the movie is from the crafts? Because the crafts are objectively very well done. Like, what? Like, Sonic for visual effects? What? What are we doing, Easty? What are we doing? I watched half of Dune, but I couldn't count it. What? You gotta watch the rest of Dune. Like, what? Wait, I just realized, you always get on me for not watching I Saw the TV Glow, and that you didn't finish Dune? The biggest film of that year? I'm not hating, by the way, I'm just like, oh, Christian, you must see I Saw the TV Glow. Every single comment is like, oh, you gotta watch TV Glow. And you didn't even finish Dune. How could you, Easty? How could you? Damn, I got your ass. I got your ass. I got it. I got it good. I got it, you Easty. I got you, Easty. I don't know what. Okay, what the fuck am I even doing right now? What am I even doing right now? What am I doing? I'm trying to entertain you heathens. What am I doing right now? What the heck? Easty, you gotta finish Dune. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm starting to see. Hannahcast, you should predict fall festival lineups. Oh, I couldn't tell you what's going to happen at the fall fests. This was not a valid crash out. I just... no, again, everything's good. It's just like, I just want to be funny for a second. I crashed out 17 times during Jurassic World Rebirth. 17 times! Oh my god. If I'm not wrong, correct me if I am, Alfonso Cuarón is the only person to be nominated for direction and cinematography for the same film. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I crash out every time I see your face. Ooh, what? Crash out, Easty. Time to crash out. Ooh. Time to crash out. You can see my face. What do I scare you? Easty. Easty. Do I scare you, Easty? Do I scare you? Are you scared, Easty? Everyone fears the Hannahcast. Everyone fears me. Fear me, Easty. Fear me. Fear me! Fear me! I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Mr. Cast is assaulting me. Are you the Hannah-bot? No, the Hannah. You really think AI could do this? Whoa! AI can't do that. You crash out every time a Nora is even implied. Ah, no, not a Nora, no! Nora. No! Buy a Nora. We gotta get rid of no. I don't know what I'm doing. You're not Liam Neeson. I don't want to be Liam Neeson. No. Wait. Hey. No. I want to force you to watch a Nora 500 times in one night. If you don't, you lose monetization. How would I lose monetization over this, Easty? Huh? How do I lose monetization over that? What? I have to go now, unfortunately. Bye! Goodbye, Mainline Productions. Goodbye. But, however, if you want to save me from crashing out even more, consider donating to ko-fi.com/ChristianHannah, which is also in the pinned chat. Actually, you know what I could do? I could do this. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna send this in the live chat. Let's talk about, is this thing on, please? I mean, we could a little bit. Although I will say, I do want to try to end this stream at around 6 o'clock so that at 6:15 I could do the members only stream. But yeah, I do feel like is this thing on is gonna be, I feel like it might be a bigger thing than we think, you know? I don't want to doubt Bradley Cooper, and it might be a smaller film compared to what he's done, but I think it could still be a contender, you know? Imagine Sean Baker x Christopher Nolan and Noraheimer. No! Don't taint Christopher Nolan with Sean Baker? No! Would you expect a Hamilton theatrical film to happen at some point? At some point, sure. But right now, Hamilton already makes so much money on Broadway. I think it's going to take a long time for it to you know, to become a film. I'm going to clip that Dune crash out. No! Okay. I heard that J-Lo doesn't speak in Kiss the Spider-Woman. She only sings. If it's true, that's alarming for her chances. I mean, here's the thing. if the movie gets into Best Picture, she's gonna come along with it. All of this depends on if the film can get a Best Picture nomination, which I'm not sure of right now. Is Rental Family or Frankenstein more likely to get nominated? I'm so scared of putting both Searchlight right now. Well, Frankenstein is not Searchlight. That is Netflix. But I would still say Rental Family because I don't expect a remake of a horror monster movie to get into Best Picture. Rental Family is just a more... I feel like it's a more accessible film for the Academy in that regard. So, yeah. So 2 Searchlight over 2 Netflix. I mean, wait, but no, what I'm saying is Frankenstein is not a Searchlight film. It is a Netflix film. So that's the thing. And I mean, we've had years where 2 Searchlight films got in or 2 Netflix films got in. It's not like that crazy to imagine, actually. Like I said, though, I think I might get ready to wrap up this live stream, although again at 6:15 I will be streaming for members. If you want to be a member, well then consider becoming a member of the channel for $2 a month. You can get these loyalty badges, custom emojis that I made and that you can use in chat. For anyone that is a member, spam those emojis in chat. Put those emojis in chat and show people what we're talking about. You get members-only videos, members-only shoutouts, members-only polls, and early access to Oscar predictions videos. So, yeah, guys. Like I said, become a member or gift memberships. You could do that as well. You could also do that. Just go to like the little dollar bill icon in chat and, you know, select from one of those options. But yeah, guys. That will about do it for this and for this part for this live stream. Again, at 6:15, we're going to go on a little bit longer with the members only stream over again for members only. So be on the lookout for that. See, there we go. AJ is at it. AJ has it. See, look at all these emojis. Oh my God, look at all those. That's a lot of fun. You can turn me into a pickle. I'm the Picklecast Morty. I'm a pickle. Picklecast, yeah, Picklecast Unite. Yep. That's not the Picklecast. That's just a regular pickle. But yeah. But yeah, guys. Like I said, we'll be back here in a bit. Or at least for members. But if you're not a member, this will be the end of the streams. So, yeah. But like I said, guys, if you are a member, at 6:15, I'm going to go live on the other live stream. So, yeah, guys. If you... yeah. Yeah, actually. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, but thank you guys so much for watching. And be sure you hit that subscribe button. Because if you don't, I'll crash out over Dune again.